Hello friends and welcome to Knowledge by Nature. In today's video, I'm guessing you can tell what we are going to be unboxing. That's right, I have some book outlet hauls for you, and once again, it's been long enough that I have no idea what is in these. So, if this is something you are interested in, stick around. If this is your first time here, welcome. I am a homeschool mom to a first grader. We love all things books and homeschool and sharing our journey with you. And if that is something you are interested in, I ask that you hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and stick around for the rest of this video. If you are returning, welcome back. It is always awesome to have you, and I want to give a big thanks to any of you that used my book outlet referral down in the description in the past. Because of you, I was able to buy a few extra books this time that I wouldn't have otherwise, and so thank you so much. You're awesome. Again, I'll put that link down in the bottom. If you have never heard of Book Outlet before, it is an amazing website where you get some just great savings on books. If you purchase at least $35, you get free shipping. If you don't purchase that much, the shipping is still not bad at all. I think it's less than $5 for the shipping. But I have a referral link down in the bottom that gets you some extra savings if it's your very first order, and it gets me a little something so that I can buy more books to show you and recommend some great books to you. We have two boxes. I'm going to start the biggest box first. All right, as I mentioned earlier, the book outlet is great savings, but it is a little bit slower in shipping than a lot of other places you might order. And therefore, by the time I get my boxes, there's a good chance I've forgotten pretty much everything I've ordered. I know I ordered 2 certain books, but besides that, I don't know what else is going to be in here. This one's pretty heavy, so I think we're going to have a good haul today. I do know that in the back of my head when I was ordering that I was starting to think about things for 2nd grade, so there may be a few like school books in here too, so that'll be fun. I'm not sure if I opened this upside down or what I did, but let's look at the first one. Oh yes, this is one of those books I would not have purchased if it hadn't been for you lovely people that used my referral code. Again, thank you. I purchased this book, The Lovely War. It is something that I've been seeing kind of sprung around BookTube. Lots of people are recommending it and saying that it's really good. It says that it is a sweeping, multi-layered romance set in the perilous days of World Wars I and II, where gods hold the fates and the hearts of 4 mortals in their hands. Now, I really like historical fiction, and I thought this was kind of an interesting concept, and so many people spoke so highly of it. So with Book Outlet, one of the things that you're gonna see is that you'll get probably a little dot on them, and this is a hardcover book, and I don't remember how much it was. I think it was like maybe $8 or less. I can't remember, but such great savings. Hardcover book for $8. Again, thank you so much for using my code so that I could add this to my historical fiction collection. You're awesome. Thank you. This is... I have 2 others of this, Everything You Need to Know to Ace World History in one big fat notebook. I try to get them when I see them at a really good cost, and that was something that was a good cost. As you can see, there's like a sticker here from the previous store that had it, but the Book Outlet kind of puts their mark on it. I did not pay $11.21. Again, this was less than $5, and these are just really great to have, and so I'm trying to pick them up as I see them on Book Outlet. And I saw science, and I thought I had science for some reason, but I don't, and so I'm gonna have to watch for my next order to hopefully get the science one. But I think this is going to be something that is really useful to have as we continue to go through homeschool. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm actually out in my sunroom today. I'm not in my normal area, so as spring is getting here, it is getting wonderful, and I'm able to be out in the sunroom, and so you may hear little dogs walking back and forth like just now, or you may hear my daughter playing. Oh yes, see, this is another one I totally forgot I picked up The Bridge to Terabithia. I definitely wanted to read this aloud, and then this is one where we love to read and to watch the movie, and so I'm hoping that we can read this and watch the movie. I don't know if this is something we'll finish for first grade, or maybe this will be one of our second grade read alouds, but I am excited that I was able to get this because actually my library didn't have this. I was shocked. I'm like, how do they not have this book? But they didn't, so I bought it. I also tried to pick up quite a few Newbery winners, and so I did grab this one. This is Sarah, Plain and Tall, the 30th edition. Very, very small little reader, but I thought it would be a fun one to kind of throw in because I'm also wanting to start reading Little House in the Big Woods pretty soon, and I just thought this would be a good one to add. And again, it was a Newbery Medal winner. You know I'm a sucker for these medals, and as I'm slowly learning what these medals actually are, then I'm able to know exactly what I want to pick up. So here we go, just a small little story, Sarah, Plain and Tall. It is currently March, so when I purchased this order, which I was beginning to think about March, I believe, I had a lot of ideas of things I wanted to pick up for middle grade March. And then that kind of got me thinking about fun read-alouds that I thought my daughter would enjoy, and I picked this up. It is called The Book Wanderers. So this is a middle grade book. It's going to be great for reading aloud in homeschool. It says, ever since her mother's disappearance, 11-year-old Tilly Pages has found comfort in the stories at Pages & Co., her grandparents' bookshop. But when her favorite characters, Anne of Green Gables and Alice from Wonderland, start showing up at the shop, Tilly's adventures become very real. So anyways, I thought this would be really, really cool to read after we read Anne of Green Gables, which I picked up the other day at a library book sale. And then also Alice in Wonderland. I thought that would be a really cool one to read also. And so I thought this one would be really fun to throw in for next year. I'm thinking second grade read aloud for this after we read the two others. So she has an idea of how this is playing in with the previous books. Another one of the medal winners. So we have a Newbery Honor, and then it says a Scott Odell Award. This is One Crazy Summer. I heard really, really great things when I was looking for my middle grade March reads about this book. I thought this would be a great one to add into our collection for us to read. And since it's One Crazy Summer, I hope to read this summer as one of our read alouds. Oh, this is one for me, Agatha Christie, and Then There Were None. I believe one of the YouTubers that I watch, Angie the Science Mama, recommended this one. I'm not much on a whole lot of mystery books, but she spoke so highly of this book that I knew I had to add it to my collection. I think she had posted it on her Instagram and stuff, and so if she gives raving reviews for a book, I'm going to click that buy it now button about as fast as I can. So this is And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie, and so this is a book for me. It wasn't until just last book haul that I ever bought a book for myself from the book outlet, and so now I'm starting to add for myself and to the homeschool. Oh yes, Crenshaw. This looked really cool, I thought. It is from the author of The One and Only Ivan, which I loved that movie. I have not got to read the book yet, but the movie was so precious. I'm sure that the book is going to be even better. But this is a little hardback book, and it is Jackson and his family have fallen on hard times. There's no more money for rent, and not much for food either. His parents, little sister, and their dog may have to live in their minivan again. Crenshaw is a cat. He's large, he's outspoken, and he's imaginary. Looks so good. My daughter loves animals. And so when I saw this, again, I was looking at a lot of middle grades. When I saw this, I was like, she's going to love this. I've got to pick it up. Another set of books that I knew she was going to love or I'm pretty sure she's gonna love. And this is actually a really, really nice sized book too. I like it when we get these bigger sizes versus, like, this size is good. It's great for like a quick read aloud, but we really like to read these like bigger, thicker books. And I didn't really realize this one was as big as it was, so I'm excited about that. But this is book 1, and it is The Endling, The Last. The characters on the front are 100% what sold me. I have no idea about this author. I have, oh, look here. It's Catherine Applegate. I did not even notice this. Like I said, I only bought it because of this. I don't think I've ever actually read any of Catherine Applegate, but I loved the One and Only Ivan movie, and so that's really exciting. So I have 3 new additions to my collection for Catherine Applegate. Hopefully she's good. And like I said, I didn't even notice this when I bought it. I only bought it because of these animals on the front, and I'm like, she is going to love this. She loves adventure. She loves these animals. And so what this is this is book 1, and I actually ended up being able to get the second one too. I'll show you that. It's actually right here. So I got book 1 and book 2 of The Endling. So this one is called The Last, but it's actually first. And this is called The First, and it's actually book 2. But on the back of book 1, it says, Bix was used to being last. The last in her pack and family, the youngest and the smallest. The last anyone believed would survive in their dangerous kingdom. Bix was not afraid to be the first to die. She just did not want to be the last to live. The Endling. Now Bix is the last chance to save her kind and the last hope for every creature in her world. Again, my daughter loves animals. She loves adventure like this. I think she's going to eat this up. And all of these books are in fantastic condition, by the way. I just got this little thing right here, and so this is book 2. I don't really want to like read the back of it too much, but if you do, I'm going to put it right there. So if you want to see it, I don't really want to know too much about book 2, seeing as I haven't read book 1. But again, the cover was awesome. I was able to get 2 books from the book outlet, so I knew I wanted to grab as many of these as I could. And I'm so excited that this is Catherine Applegate, so that's awesome. Here I picked up the Who Was activity book. I thought this would be something that would be pretty fun to add in for 2nd grade. I'm going to try to be picking up more Who Was books as we go along. And any Who Was that we read, maybe we'll be able to find them in here and do some sort of little activity. If not, there's a little bit of information about some of the things in here. So you can kind of read a little bit of it, learn a little bit, and do an activity with it. So it's a very small activity book. As you can see, it's about as big as my hand. It's quite thin, but there are quite a few activities on it, so that'll be fun. Ooh, I forgot I got this one too. Again, middle grade book. Heard really, really good things about it when I was looking for middle grade March ideas. This is Nevermore, The Trials of Morgan Crow. The things that I saw is that a lot of people kind of say it has a little bit of Harry Potter twistish to it. Twistish? Is that a word? It is today. But it says, born on Eventide, the unluckiest day for any child to be born, Morgan is blamed for all local misfortunes. And worst of all, the curse dooms her to die at midnight on her 11th birthday. But as Morgan awaits her fate, a remarkable man named Jupiter North appears, whisking her away into the safety of a secret, magical city called Nevermore. So there's more to that, but there's actually, oh, it says right here, a Harry Potter-esque adventure. So yes, absolutely. I think this is going to be cool. I'm going to read this first before I read it to her. There are books 2 and 3, just to make sure that it's maybe not too much, because I really don't know what it's going to involve. So I am going to pre-read this before we read this in Homeschool, but this said $4.99 for a limited time. The sticker, that's not actually a sticker you can actually get off. I didn't realize that. That's kind of annoying. But anyways, I think I gave $2 for this giant book. That's cool. I did pick up one Who Was book, and this was Who Was Harriet Tubman. I thought this would be, again, really, really awesome to add in with our 2nd grade stuff. All right, it looks like I've got just a few more down here. Oh gosh. Oh, okay, this is the one I knew I had ordered. This is one of the things I remembered that I ordered. And this is what your second grader needs to know. Fundamentals of a good second grade education. I have never got one of these books before. I heard really, really good things about them though. What I thought this would be really awesome for is filling in some gaps. If you watched my video where I was talking about what I use for language arts, and I will actually put that right here, one of the things that I am afraid of sometimes is that we're like having little gaps in some of the things that maybe we should be knowing, and like we're way advanced on other things and then maybe we're forgetting some of these other smaller things. I thought this would be good to have just simply for the fact of filling in those gaps. This isn't something I'm going to completely follow through with, but I really haven't ever got to look through one of these, so I don't know what it all has in here. But it looks like we've got some poetry in here. Stories, American tales, myths, learning about language, family phrases, history and geography, visual arts, music, mathematics, science. So I just think this is going to be really, really neat for adding in. So you can see like here is the Emperor's New Clothes. Here's like a language and literature section. Here's some history and geography. Let's see, music. So that will be really, really nice because I'm not going to go crazy into art and music this year, but I think using something like this will be really, really nice to kind of build around and add in with our stuff. So just kind of do this a few days a week, or you know, even a few days a month of just going in, maybe adding this as part of my Friday schedule where we would read a little bit out of this. So again, I've never used it before, but I thought it could be a good resource. So as I use this next year, I'll definitely let you know if I think it is a good resource or not. Two Truths and a Lie. This is a logic type book that I picked up for second grade. It says unbelievable truths about puppies coming through here. Unbelievable truths about the living world with a few outright lies hiding among them. Can you tell the fakes from the facts? I thought this would be just a really neat way to kind of do some logic stuff. So you kind of read the story and then she has to kind of think about it and wonder which one's true, which one's false. Again, I've never seen this book before. I've never used it, but I saw it on the book outlet. It looked pretty cool, and I thought it would just be something fun to add that we didn't have before, and it's a pretty nice size. It's a hardback, and again, the only thing I have is the little black line down here on the bottom. Really, really neat. And the very bottom of the box is another Two Truths and a Lie, but this time you can see it's histories and mysteries. So we'll be getting to use this more for maybe different times when we're in history. We can use this along on Fridays for when we're going to do our logic. Really, really cool. This is gonna be really fun. Really, really fun ideas. All right, so I just started to do a second video with this smaller box, thinking I would have enough to do a second video. But guess what? I don't. There's only 3 books in here. It felt heavy, but they're just bigger books. I'm gonna go ahead and open up box 2. Let's see what 3 remaining books I got in this book outlet haul. Ta-da! I picked up Until Tomorrow, Mr. Marsworth. This is another one, middle grade March. They just spoke so highly of it, and it was on book outlet. I had to pick it up. It's a good size book. Again, I like a bigger size book. Ooh, it also has like these ooh, the pages are a little bit uneven. I love reading a book like that. So, oh, look at this. It's like in letters. Oh, that's way cool. Okay, that's awesome. So it's 1968. An 11-year-old Renee Kelly has just one thing she's looking forward to: her route as Lake Liberty's brand new paperboy. After her mother passed away, Renee and her older brothers, Dare and Billy, were shipped off to live with their grandmother, leaving behind their lives in Missouri for their parents' small Minnesota hometown. Stuck for the summer without a single friend, Renee dedicates herself to her route, which brings her right to the front door of Mr. Marsworth, the town recluse. Something goes on with her corresponding with Mr. Marsworth. I think this is so cool that it is in letters like that. That's really, really neat. I'm going to enjoy reading this, I think. So again, BookTube made me buy it, and I think I'm very glad that happened. I picked up another Everything You Need to Know to Ace American History. Hold on, what did I buy the first time? Oh, okay. I bought World History and American History. So these are the two that I got from this book haul. So that's good. I mean, that we have both. That way, when we're studying just American history, we can look at this, and this will give us more of a wide, broad view of history. Again, these books are cool. I love the colorful spines also in the classroom. So right now, I have American history, world history, math. So I need science and I need English. And they had science, but for some reason I thought I had it. But what I actually have is like coding science or something like that. And so I don't have English yet either. So I do want to get these two picked up. So hopefully that is something I can snag on Book Outlet pretty soon. Oh, friends. This one right here is by Jonathan Oxer. I think I'm saying that right. He wrote the book Sweep. Sweep is one of the books that I read for middle grade March. It was so good. Oh my goodness. I loved Sweep so much. And so I typed this name in just to see if I could find anything. And they had this one, which is actually book 2 to this Peter Nimble Adventures. So I definitely have to hunt down book 1 so that I can read it, but I was not taking a chance on not being able to get this book, because if the first book is anything like Sweep, I'm gonna love this book. If you have not read Sweep, go find it. You need it in your life. It's so good. It's so good. I was reading it, then I ended up doing it as a read aloud with my daughter. She loved it. It was so good, and it's a middle grade March book, but I'm telling you, that middle grade made no difference to me. It was amazing. It's right up there with Harry Potter. I loved Sweep so much. But anyways, I digress. This is by the author of Sweep. It is called Sophia Choir and the Last Story Guard. This is book 2, so I'm not really going to read too much into it. I need to find book 1 to add to the collection, but I just could not take a chance of not being able to get my hands on it, so I bought it. I must tell you, this is one of my absolute favorite book hauls that I have ever got, I think. There's just so many that I am super duper excited to read. There's some great resources for homeschool that I grabbed in here. And again, I was able to get myself the lovely war. Thank you to one of you wonderful people that used my link down in the descriptions. Thank you so much for that. I think this is a wonderful book haul. If you agree, if any of these are like screaming your name, go check out Book Outlet. They may still have them. That's the thing with Book Outlet, is sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't, but grab them if you can. Always great savings. So again, thank you so much for watching this. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in my next one, friends. Bye!